Hello, I'm Tom Miller. I am a Kemetic healer. I have a Kemetic healing practice. You might ask, what is Kemetic healing? Well, I haven't the slightest idea. Somebody just calls me a Kemetic healer. So actually what I do is I help people lighten up through their own adversity using spiritual principles, proven and unproven, and humor. And it works very well in small group sessions. A lot of times I find that I love to be miserable. I call it the joy of being miserable. I'm just used to it. I look for the dark cloud in every silver lining. I think a lot of the human condition is being negative. It just comes natural. If we were meant to be happy, I think we'd be born with smiles on our faces. How many kids do you know that have smiles on their faces when they're born? I rest my case. So, we're negative, right? I'm negative. I know that. I'm bothered by everything. I don't like what people do. I don't like the way dogs run and bark and whatever stuff they do. You know, I always find fault with things and people, and it kind of gets me upset. So, you know, I tried changing. It just doesn't work. I tried to be positive. But one thing that really helps is just accepting my own neurotic behavior. And I let it be okay. It's okay to be miserable. You know, it's a matter of enjoying it. If you're going to be miserable, you might as well enjoy it. How we do it in our groups, and most of them are on the telephone, or by telephone, not on, sitting on a telephone, is, and I do some in person in the San Francisco Bay Area, but Telephone International. And what we do is we'll talk about what's bothering us the most, what we don't want to talk about the most. We'll bring it out into the light, and we'll let it be okay, and we'll support each other. We'll use a lot of positive affirmations. One tool is I call PAM, Positive Affirmation Meditation. And what that is basically is taking a negative, how we're feeling about something, something that's torturing us, that's really bothering us, and put it in a positive spin. And actually use through some humor. So if I'm having trouble accepting somebody, I'm accepting my own tendency to react toward my daughter or something, I would do something like this. I am happy when I drive myself crazy reacting to my daughter. And just say it over and over again together. And it's very healing. I'm not really happy, but by saying it, it makes me lighten up and laugh at it. Or if I'm just obsessing about something, saying I'm enjoying this obsession. It keeps me from doing things that'll make me happy. You know, and stuff like that. It's just kind of joking around. I find the group setting very healing. Knowing that other people are suffering as well as me makes it much better. I'm really glad there's other people that are suffering, because if I was the only one, I'd really be suffering. So that's really good to know. It's comforting. And to know that other people deal with this stuff, deal with negativity, and want to get out of it. It's like being trapped in my own head. It's a terrible place to be. So I need to get out now and then for some fresh air. So that's one thing we do. The proven spiritual principles, let me name a few that we use. One is acceptance. If I could just accept myself as I am, accept you as you are, accept the world as it is, doesn't have to like everything, but just accept it, not fight it, not try to make everybody change to fit my ways and to fit my way of doing things. Just accept it, I'll be at peace. If I could just accept that I'm neurotic, if I could accept that I enjoy being miserable, if I could accept that some of the weird behaviors that I do. I have obsessive compulsive disorder too. Sometimes the worst part is I don't like it. I just obsess about it. Obsess about my OCD. I don't accept it and I fight it and I get mad at myself. When I could accept it, it's a lot easier. When I could accept somebody doing something I don't like, I'm a lot happier. So that's one principle. There are many, many, many more. And one thing I really believe, it's important to get out of my head and into the solution, and to get really in touch with my higher self, my intuition, learning to trust that, learning to accept that, not trying to analyze and figure things out all the time. That doesn't work very well. Many things I like to do with people. to find ways to get them to laugh. So I'll joke around with them and let it be okay for them to joke around and enjoy their misery as well as mine. It's really very healing. And I'm really a very nice person to talk to. At least I think so. No one else has ever told me that. But I'll be glad to talk to you, give you a 10-minute free time on the phone.